share Epicure, because they're going to get, instead of $25 in free product, they're going to get $250 in free product, right? So what's the difference? The difference is pretty much, number one, host coaching. Is everybody, am I frozen? Everybody else is frozen.
But your voice
I can't tell. I'll just keep on talking.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if everybody froze or it was just me. So pretty much the main difference between $1,000 cooking class is host coaching by far. So you want to talk to your host, you want to communicate with them, talk to them how to invite people. Don't just blast it on Facebook, like invite all your friends, because all those friends, would you invite them for dinner at your house? Probably not, right? So you want to make sure that they're inviting, I say belly to belly, like face to face, on the phone, old fashioned way on the phone, or text messaging them. And then tell them, like, hey, Miranda, I'm gonna invite you onto my event page on Facebook just for a reminder, but I would love for you to come. And two, Miranda, if you have any friends that are like gluten-free or nut-free, or just want to try the product, please like invite them to my house. I would love to have them. And so that's like a huge thing, right? And always encouraging them to do pre-sales, so to get sales before. The best is, like, you could challenge them. We have different bingo cards, if anybody has seen those, like on the Epicure Consultant page. You can find that just by searching bingo, and there's that. They can play a game or do an incentive, like, I'll give you like a meal solution if you collect 250 in sales before your class starts. So you're going to have an awesome class because she already qualified for the minimum, right? So doing incentives like that is huge. And letting her know to make sure to have 10 guests there. That's like our number for sure we want. So always telling her to invite 20, because life happens and people forget, kids get sick, things like that, right? So if you invite 20 and 20 say they're coming, you're going to get usually around 10. So we always want her to have 10 or more to have success. And just, yeah, she's like your business partner, right? So you want to have her engaged and excited, talk about the meal that you want to have. And I don't know how Miranda does it, but I usually give them like 3 choices, no more. Like, either good Greek, good Mexican, or whatever other one I have in stock. And that's what I do. Is that what you do, Miranda?
Yeah, exactly.
Too many choices, they have no clue.
Yeah.
None.
Right? If I was in a larger city like Sault Ste. Marie or Thunder Bay, what I would do is stick to 1 or 2 themes and just do those. So I always have my kit packed. I'm not constantly trying to switch my kit for things. I find here in Hornpain, I kind of have to get creative because I have a lot of the same people that come to the classes. So what I'll do, like Erica, for example, just joined a couple days ago, but she was going to host on the 20th of this month. So I came up with a theme idea that was something new. It was Red Lobster biscuits, like, those cheddar biscuits that they make. So we were going to do that as a cooking class. And I just gave her that option and then see, like, kind of felt her out, see what she thought about it, and I would come up with another option otherwise. But I even just do 1 at a time and see if that's something that they want, and if not, then I give them another option. But yeah, if you throw 10 options at someone, they're just going to be like, whoa, this is too much.
or they'll be like, oh, you know what, let me talk to my friends.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
you get into so much trouble, right? Well, this one wants this one, this one wants this one. Well, can we do like all of them? Yeah, no. I'm not going to be there all week. So like making sure that the host picks the date that is right for them. The host picks the meal that it's right for them. Their people will just adapt to it, because you'll never make everybody happy if you throw it out there, right? So that's another one. And then what else was it? Oh yeah, and just talking to her, a week before, to tell her to remind her guests, reach out to everybody who said they were for sure coming, and just to remind them, and also encourage them to bring a guest. And sometimes, like, I have like little, the sample packs you can give. So, if Erica comes and she brings a guest who's a virgin to Epicure, then I would give Erica and her guests a little sample pack as a thank you for, introducing it to her. And then also to, like, 3 days before, to talk to your host about the ingredients and how to do it. So if, example, Miranda's doing Mexican tonight, so you need a tomato. So to let her know to, buy one big tomato, wash it, and cut it before the class if that's what you want. Or if you want to cut it there, let her know not to cut it, right? So just tell her how you want things prepped, because otherwise you're going to literally go to her house and she's like, oh, well, I have this list, but I don't know what you want me to do. Now you have to wash it all, and it just takes time. So communication is key. And I don't know if anybody else has ever done like other direct sales companies, but you feel a little lost when you book a party, in our case classes, and the consultant doesn't talk to you until the day before, and you're like, oh, I didn't even know. Are we still doing this? You haven't contacted me, right? So when you're contacting them, you might feel like you're annoying them, but trust me, you're building that partnership that will help you in the long run, right?
Yes.
So I think that's about it. I think those are probably my key ones, and then we'll post them. I can even post them on your group too, Miranda.
I don't think Erica knows, and Emily's new too. So Nancy and I are not on the same team. We have totally different.
Oh yeah.
Nancy's in Thunder Bay. I'm here in Hornpain. But we're both under the same upline. We don't have to say this that people aren't just wondering who the other person is.
Now, who are we?
So we work well together. It's really awesome in this kind of business to find a running buddy, to find someone who's kind of like-minded and has the same goals as you. So Nancy and I have been working together for almost a little over 2 years now. So
yeah, I think so, eh?
You'll see us each post in each other's group often, or comment, or we just help each other out. Right.
But yeah, we're on the same tree, but different branches completely. So it's awesome that we can work together and just share the passion of Epicure and clean eating and encourage our teams, right?
Awesome. Are we ready to cook?
Yeah, I'm excited to see this.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through the entire welcoming and greeting and everything that's done at a cooking class. Tonight, I just want to show you the cooking demo, because I know that this is one aspect of our cooking classes that stops people from wanting to do it, because they just feel like, I can't go into someone's house and cook. Like, that's
I'm
terrifying.
so scared.
It doesn't have to be overwhelming. You're going to see tonight that, and yeah, I used to do every single thing step by step, which was great. My classes, the cooking part was a little bit longer, but I've learned and I've kind of felt out what I'm noticing at classes is people start to lose interest. They've had a long day or a long week, and yes, they think it's really cool how fast this can be, but I don't think that I necessarily need to show somebody me chopping or them chopping a green pepper from start to finish. So I've kind of condensed my classes a little bit to make it just straightforward to get to the point of all of this, which is offering clean and healthy meal ideas for people. So you'll see what I do at my class. Ready?
Let's go.
Ready? Okay.
Yay! Oh, I love it.
Do this with, you might not. Hi.
Oh, you need your mini hands.
I do.
Oh my God, you kill me.
All right, so I'm not going to get, oh great, my 2-year-old is out of bed. Why did I get out of bed?
Beckett, get to bed.
Back to bed. Yeah. Okay, I can tuck you in.
Aw.
Oh, real?
Sleeping too.
And this is the joys of, being a stay-at-home working mom. We can do these things with our kids, right? So it's awesome.
Right. My other one is actually having a snooze.
All the ladies?
Aw.
Oh,
Little kisses? Okay.
Oh, good night, Beckett.
Lay down. We're all tucking you in.
He's probably like, who's the creepy lady on the phone? Who just said good night to me?
We love you. We all
love you, Beckett.
All right. Good thing it's a 15-minute demo. Okay, so tonight, does anybody have a timer? We're gonna time this.
Oh, I should. Here. Do you always do this at a class? Do you get people to time it?
I always have someone time it.
Always? That's awesome.
If I remember. I mean, there's times when I don't, but generally, because we get talking and you kind of lose track of how long it has been, and it's good to know how, even when we're talking, like considering that time, it's good to know. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you let me know when.
Okay, go. Hey everyone, welcome to my Good Mexican Real Fast cooking class. I wanted to show you guys how easy clean eating can be. So thank you for coming. What I'm gonna do tonight is showcase the Good Mexican meal kit. So I got this in my business kit, which is so awesome. And our meal kits come with 5 recipe cards and all of the spices that you need to make them. So with this Good Mexican, it comes with nacho cheese dip, which you're sampling as an appetizer tonight, the poco picante salsa, guacamole, and fajita seasoning. So you're going to watch and help, if you'd like, watch me make some fajitas. Who likes fajitas? Okay, so like I said, this comes with 5 recipe cards. So the one that we're doing is fajitas. Now the recipe calls for chicken, beef, shrimp. So basically your choice of protein. And I had my host look for what was cheap. I didn't want to tell her to get chicken if chicken was going to be $25 a pound. So my host found some beef sirloin strips for $5. We have 1 pound of this in our multi-purpose steamer. This also came in my business kit, by the way. Yeah, that's why it's so awesome to be an Epicure consultant. So I have 1 pound, and all I'm going to do is follow the super easy directions on this recipe card. So the first direction, if you're using your microwave, your steamer. Hi Wyatt, hi Andrew. Thanks for joining our cooking class.
See you in Vegas, Andrew.
So the first thing we're going to do is just combine protein, vegetables. So that's 2 cups of sliced onions and bell peppers. So I had my lovely host slice up some green peppers for us ahead of time. And I want to show you my mandolin slicer. So has anyone seen our Epicure mandolin slicer? No, it is amazing. For $30, you get this slicer with, and it comes with 4 different blades. They are super sharp, so it comes with a guard. Yeah, it's Japanese steel. You don't want to mess around with that, but it's amazing. So this takes the place of my cutting board and knife so often. I'll just stand over my soup or over my pizza or whatever and just shave my veggies into it. So tonight I'm going to just quickly slice up my onion and hopefully not my fingers. Would anyone here like to try this?
Sure.
Sign this waiver. Perfect. So we have our peppers, our pork, our green peppers, and now we're going to add our fajita seasoning. So 1 tablespoon of this, and I'm going to use another thing that came in my business kit, and that's my spice spoon. This has 4 different measurements on it. We need 1 tablespoon of the fajita seasoning just sprinkled on top.
Am I able to interrupt quickly for a question?
Yep.
So in the business kit, the mandolin didn't come with it. Would you recommend pre-cutting it all before, so I don't showcase cutting it a different way?
Yeah, if you don't stop bringing your slicer to class, by all means, you could have just had those onions diced. So,
or you could showcase the pro knife.
The pro knife, okay.
But not, I would just leave that. Yeah, just do a little bit with it.
So yeah, I found that it wasn't really what was making people buy it is trying it. Like people trust that it's awesome. They might come up after and try to cut something, but yeah, I don't find I need to have everything. I don't have to do everything in the class anymore. So yes. So now that I've added, no problem.
No problem.
The seasoning, the veggies, and the protein. I have this in my steamer just like this. I'm going to put my lid on it and throw it in the microwave for 5 minutes. And while that's cooking, we will make the rest of our meal and be ready by the time this is done. Or so we hope. Bye.
And there's no oil and no liquids in there because it's going to the juices from the meat are going to be the liquids, right?
Exactly. Yes. When you're using the a frying pan, then you add 1 tablespoon of oil and you heat that up. But you omit that because you're using all the water and the juices from the veggies, and that's cooking everything. Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is where I always, sorry, Miranda, I always let them know too that can go in the microwave and in the oven and in the dishwasher and in the freezer, all that stuff.
Yeah, our multi-purpose steamer and our rectangular steamer are essentials in your kitchen. They're food grade. They're not going to be dangerous for you. And microwave cooking itself is not something to be fearful of. I know a lot of people are. There's this stigma around microwaves, but there's been so much research. Microwaves now aren't the same as 50 years ago when that stigma started. And Harvard actually just did a really expensive and expansive study on microwaves, and I believe them. That it actually, cooking is actually more nutritious because you're not losing those nutrients like you are when you're boiling food or whatnot.
Yeah.
So the multi-purpose can be used in the oven or the pan?
The steamer.
The steamer can be used in the oven?
Yeah. See, because some of the new people, I didn't know if they would know that. Yeah, to what, 420, Miranda? I think 420. Yeah.
Oh, wow. It won't steam the same way because it doesn't cook from the inside out, but it cooks just fine. I've baked cakes in it. I've made all sorts of things in the oven with it. Okay, so we are on to our salsa. Who likes it spicy?
I love the spicy.
So, the Good Mexican kit, which by the way is $34.50. It comes with all of that I showed you. It comes with the Poco Picante salsa, which is our spicy salsa. We also have a mild version in our catalog if you're not too big on heat. And one tip that I love telling people, I keep a jar of half and half. So I pour these together, mix it up, and then it's not so hot and it's not so mild. It's just perfect. So I recommend that. Okay, so on our jar of salsa, it tells you exactly how to make it, as with all of our Epicure jars. So we are going to take, it does tell you 2 tablespoons though. For 1 cup of tomatoes, that is a lot. You will burn your mouth off. So use 1.
And in case like Emily doesn't know, because I didn't know this, that 4-in-1 spice spoon, Miranda, you want to just show the 4 measurements where they are, because I didn't know.
So here's tablespoon, here's teaspoon, and on the back is a half a teaspoon, and then you see that line, that's the 1/4 teaspoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I didn't see the 1/4 teaspoon. So yeah, so I always like to show people that.
Yes. So now I have 2 pieces of cookware to show you. One of them is our brand new ceramic knife. It's beautiful. It used to be white, and now it is not. It's
way better.
Stain. You have to be really careful with these. Don't snap it. Don't try to pry a lid off of it. You will break it. If you have meat that you're trying to get off of a bone, don't. Like, it's for cutting, and just leave it for cutting. And be careful. But it's amazing. It's the sharpest knife in my kitchen. So you'll see how easily I can just slice through this lemon. Boom. It's amazing. And I have my citrus press.
I tried my citrus press today, and I think I totally did it wrong.
She's going to show you.
Did you do this?
No, I put a lemon in it, but I think my lemon was way too big, and it literally looked like it was bursting out of the side.
If that happens, you can just cut the edges off of the and it'll fit better.
Yeah.
But if you're making mojitos and you have to press a whole bunch of limes, you don't want to use your hands. Like, this is a dream.
Oh, I love it.
Something that I will let people at cooking classes help me with. I refuse to use this. I make sure that there's somebody in the class who has never used this press before, and I get them to do this.
It's essential for a kitchen and a bar.
Yes. There. So, we have 46. I'm talking too much. We only have 46 seconds on the microwave.
Chop.
So,
and as you're mixing that up, and 2 in the catalog, it tells you that Mexican kit makes 40 meals on an average of $3.36 a person, compared to, the meal kits like the HelloFresh and all that stuff.
Yes. And do you want to hear a fun thing that I do? I got this idea from Carrie Barfoot.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I'm starting to do with my kids is I have all the meal kits. We get them for free with our launches as leaders, so good reason to promote.
Yeah. What?
So I take all of my different colors of cards and I put them on the living room table and I say, hey girls, pick out our lunches for the week or our suppers for the week. And then they find recipes that they want. And because they chose it, they kind of feel empowered and they actually eat it.
Oh, that's smart, eh?
So the meal kits can be a family thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so our salsa is done. So just tomatoes, you can go ahead and add jalapenos, olives, onions, whatever you want to this. You can get creative, but we just kept it basic with tomatoes, seasoning, and lemon juice. That's it.
So good.
Yes, I'm gonna check on our fajita mixture.
Oh yeah, you did lemon. I usually do lime. It's all citrus.
I do lime with the guac and I like lemon.
Dun, 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 dun. I feel like I need to do a dance break.
Do it. So I'm just stirring this up. I want to look and see how we're doing. So I don't know if I showed you how thin my strips were. They're not quite done. They need about 2 or 3 more minutes. But I try to, when you're cutting meat and you're doing it in the steamer, make sure that the pieces are consistent, they're all around the same size so that they cook at the same speed. You don't want one big one and it's taking forever when the rest is burning, right?
Yeah.
Smells amazing. Where's the smell-o-vision?
Oh, I know, right? Like I'm so jealous.
How in this day and age is that not a thing?
Why are you so far away?
Me?
Yeah, from me.
Oh,
You should live next door. That's what I mean.
no, you should live next door.
I know, eh?
All right, so I put 2 more minutes on that. So now I have my salsa, and we're gonna make our guacamole. I'm gonna take my fresh avocado from our Hornpain grocery store, and I'm gonna slice it open.
Oh, I guess you guys don't really get much produce there.
And all the avocados are like they're tiny. They're this big right now, and they're $2, and they're hard as a rock. So I'm just
Oh
gonna.
my God.
So then I peel my avocado into my bowl and add 1 tablespoon
Oh my God, you kill me.
guacamole seasoning. Seasoning is amazing, by the way. I use this on eggs. When I'm making taco meat, I mix this in with the taco seasoning. It's fantastic.
So good.
Even just with plain Greek yogurt as a dip, it's really good. So I'm going to add that in with my avocado. And now, my lime. Let's not forget. Squeeze that in. And here's another kitchen hack. Meat separator. You guys see?
Oh, yes.
So this is the only way to make fake guacamole.
Oh my God, look at how amazing it does it.
Oh, yay.
I love it. And here's a tip for anybody who's not in Hornpain with a bad grocery store produce. But what I do in Thunder Bay is that I always supply the avocado for my demo, because sometimes I'll go to the host house and it'll be rock hard or it'll be too ripe and I can't use it. So what I actually do is I take a bunch of my avocados when they're perfectly ripe, mash them all completely. I put them in the perfect muffin pan and I freeze them. So one of those bricks or muffin pan things is 1/4 of a cup. So I'll take just one of those in my prep bowl to my host house, and they are always blown away. They're just like, what? You can freeze avocados? I'm like, yeah. And it pops out with those silicone things. It's 1/4 of a cup, so I know how much I'm getting. So it's a good seller for the muffin pan, and you're going to get a perfect avocado every time.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Okay. So now I have my tortilla wraps, and I'm going to put them in my rectangular steamer with the lid on, and I'm going to throw this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. That warms up your tortillas so they taste so fresh.
So smart.
I know.
I never thought of that. Oh my God.
Haley's mind actually blown and splattered on the back window.
I know. She's like, what?
It's awesome though, because I don't know, I just something nice about a nice warm tortilla, right?
That's Brian. He likes those.
Here we go.
I usually always use tortilla, like the nacho chips,
Yeah, those are
to make a little appy.
okay. So let's check this out. See if I can see.
Ooh, I seen the steam. You need wipers.
My online classes just to get a laugh.
So funny.
It's a little inconvenient right now because I can't see, but
Oh, you're killing me.
okay.
So
So
funny.
this is done like dinner. Now we can plate it up. Oop, almost.
Oh, look at that.
Let me see.
Yeah, don't drop it.
So we have our air guac, our
Air guac.
and our salsa. So now what I'm going to do is take my flour tortilla and scoop on my, well, I guess I could take my guac first, spread that on, a little bit of salsa, and then my fajita.
Oh,
mix.
like Erica got some guacs. How come you didn't get them?
I had to buy mine from Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh. Oh my God, that's crazy, eh?
And even then, like,
Yeah, look how small they are, eh? Wow. That's
Um,
crazy.
So yeah, that is it, guys. Timer,
Oh,
15
15.
minutes, 21 seconds.
Look at that.
One last thing that I want to explain to everyone, though, is our customer special this month because it is amazing. So now your meal is super quick. What you can do is get your breakfast prepped for the next day with your extra time. And who doesn't love a smoothie? So right now, our smoothie collection, if you spend $75 this month, you get the protein, which is normally $60 on its own. You get the super greens, which is $30, and the cocoa acai, which is also $30. You also get a shaker cup with the mixer in it, and not available in the catalog, same with the shaker cup, are these stainless steel straws. The cleaner. Fantastic.
That's amazing.
So all of this is $65. Yeah, so you save 130 or 140, I think, on that.
Yeah. And what I love about that is that if you don't like smoothies, add it to your food. That protein mix I add to pancakes, I add to muffins so that my girls get extra protein. The cocoa acai smoothie booster, like the chocolate one, I add it into my baking, my cakes, you name it. And the greens too, you can add into like pancakes and stuff. I seen Benny Martin just had green pancakes and stuff, and then eggs, you put it in eggs.
Yeah, lots of ways. So and to spend $75 is not that tough. So if you saw anything tonight that you really have your eye on, it might be a good opportunity to stock up on everything else, like the steamer, for example, steamer, meat separator, or the Mexican kit, and then you get that huge value customer exclusive. So something to think about.
And two, just a reminder, we do not get commission on customer specials, right?
They don't
And they don't count towards the sale. So if you need 250 with 4 buying guests, that customer special doesn't count on the 250. So that's just something that, in case anybody didn't know that. So yeah, but that was awesome, Miranda.
Yeah, you like it?
You rule. I'm totally gonna do it nice and easy.
It is that way. Like you don't have to spend lots of time.
No, and what I've been doing too is like since the donut pan came out, I've been doing either chocolate brownies in them, and then I bring them to the class so I could showcase like what the brownie tastes like, and I make the frosting, the fudge frosting, and bring it, and then I spread it on and add the cocoa crunch, but I don't make it there, right?
you and Miranda are like the same person.
That's why we get along so well.
I think you did that exact thing for my last cooking party. You brought over donuts and the sauce pre-made
That's
from
hilarious.
the freezer.
Oh yeah, I did that. I make a big batch and I put it in the freezer, and I came home one day and I'm like looking at the counter. I'm like, I look at Brian, I'm like, did the kids eat my like frosting? And he's like, what frosting? And I'm like, the frosting, did the kids eat it? He's like, I thought that was ice cream. He ate the whole thing. I was like, man, so I had to make more. But yeah, I freeze it all the time. Yeah. And you do that too, Miranda? You bring like a dessert?
Yeah, I bring it, like Erica said, that's what I did last month at her house. I brought the donuts, and because I don't want to decorate them at home and they get all messy. So it's really quickly whip them up there.
You wrap you out to everybody.
Brian's like, why'd you wrap me out? So funny.
Does anyone have any questions at all?
No.
No. Any
I do.
takeaways?
I always
Oh,
ask
Emily.
Sorry.
Emily.
So I just got my business kit, and I did my launch party with the Greek. Nancy actually did it. So the one who was at my party is now hosting her party. Should I give her an option to do Greek again, or should I show her something different, like the Mexican?
I would give her the option if she wanted Greek again, but I would say, yeah, Greek or Mexican. Those are the only two choices because that's all you have in your kit.
And if you do Mexican, it's going to give you, and then you'll have experience with both of them. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, like maybe not giving her the option and just saying, you saw Greek, so now I'm going to show you Mexican because maybe that'll intrigue her to get both the Greek and Mexican.
Yeah, you could totally do that. And you just seen how Miranda did it. So
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm happy for.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's super easy and stuff. So yeah, you could totally do that if you want.
Thank you.
No problem.
So
Any other questions? Sorry.
Questions, or give us your takeaway. What's something that you weren't doing or want to do?
I have a question. For a launch party for myself, I think I've kind of already asked you this, Miranda, but because I am in Hornpain and everybody is also farther away that I'm trying to get out to, what are some suggestions for online?
For meals for online or for?
Yeah, or just like an online launch party or somehow, to get it out there because I'm not going to be in the Sioux where my friends are or,
Well, you have like everything in the catalog. So it'll be easy for you to find an idea, but you and I can sit down and talk. You can just do a quick demo, not like a full necessarily, but a quick demo so you would start by explaining your story, thanking your host, explaining, like talking like you said earlier about your why you're doing this. Do a quick demo and then explain the sales. Like it's super easy. We can sit down and write out kind of a script and a plan.
Okay. And you could even do, like, if you're doing a live launch in your house, you can even do, like, get somebody to Facebook Live it, and then you can tag all your friends on it too after.
Oh yeah, that works. I do have lots of doctor's appointments coming up in the Sioux and stuff, so I'm gonna try to go to a few friends' places.
Yeah, and always bring catalogs and make sure your information's on there and leave them in the doctor's offices in the Sioux and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, I actually sell Avon too, so, and I just had my first meeting today. I had no idea who it was with. I just had this email, and she actually happens to be I think it was the business management of like Avon Canada, like the actual director of girls. So I had my first call with her today, and we just talked about how to like keep getting higher and higher and whatnot. So
yeah, so that would give you some good tips too for this business as well, right?
Yeah, like I do love social selling. I'm a very people person. Yeah,
I'm not at all.
Really? Yeah, right. You have to be.
Totally.
One quick thing that I wanted to give. I was really nervous when I first started doing cooking classes a couple of years ago. And I would get to a host house and I would kind of freeze, like, oh my God, I only have 25 minutes or 30 minutes to set up. What am I going to do? So I still do this, and I did it tonight. Every cooking class that I go to, I jot down all of my stations.
Oh yeah.
So I never talked about this, but my stations. So I had everything set up individually, and I write down, okay, so at my salsa station, I need the tomatoes, I need the lemon, I need the cutting mat, I need the lemongrass, I need a bowl, I need the poco picante. That way when I get there, there's no thinking. I just look at my list, put everything there, boom, that station's done. And one important thing to note is that whether it's a live cooking class, like an in-person one, or one this way, your every station should be valued at about $50 or more. That way, you're showcasing that much in product at each of your stations. So at my salsa station, I had my lemon press, I had the cutting board, I had the mandolin, so that's an easy $50 plus. So all stations be valued at $50 or more, and just go with a plan with your stations written down.
I always do it, and I cover it in plastic, but I have it so that even the people that are coming up to help me demo it, they can see and follow along in case I get too chatty. They can literally just do it themselves.
See, this is the
I
difference
always
between
have that.
Nancy and I.
I'm like writing it. I have them all on the computer so I can just print out. So my classes are kind of always the same, right?
Love it.
And two, I always have a binder. So if, you know what I mean, people, if you want to read your script, if you're new, I always had it on one side and I just stood there and read from my binder. And I told them, I said, you know, I'm really nervous and I'm new. So I'm just literally reading. And they're like, okay. So you can do that too if you get nervous and stuff.
Exactly.
And I still bring that binder all the time.
I find I sponsor more at my cooking classes where I'm not perfect. I don't want to claim to be perfect. I don't want to claim to be a chef. I don't want to claim to be someone who knows tons. Like anyone can do this. And
Yeah, for sure.
the more you make people realize that, the more that they will be eager to join your team because, hey, I can do it too. You don't want
yeah, and you're always growing with this business. So you're always changing, adapting, and, you know, mistakes are fine. You can totally make mistakes. I've totally screwed up once and put like mayo instead of like sour cream or something like that. And they're like, wow, it still tastes good. And I'm like, see? You know what I mean? You just make funnies from it too. So yeah. But I think, is that about it? Was there anything else? Any other questions anybody had?
Awesome. Well, I hope you were able to pull something from this. If any questions come to you after, just ask. Yeah.
Yes. And then, yeah, mark down in your calendar, every first Tuesday of every month at 9:00, we will be here on Zoom with a new training for you. And if you have any things you want to work on, please let me and Miranda know so that we can schedule our, you know, our meetings accordingly to what you guys need, right?
Next month we will have a special guest. I just have to confirm it with her, but Whitney Campbell Burke.
Is she a director or senior director?
Director.
Director? I didn't know if she was senior.
Yeah, she might be. But she's
Yeah.
gonna some awesome tips that she has on host coaching. So we're going to focus on that a little bit more. And booking.
Yeah, yeah.
The busy mom of 4 with 4 little ones, and she's still rocking it. So I figured we might be able to use some tips from her.
Because everybody, yeah, life is always, you know, we got kids, we got work, we got, you know what I mean? So there's always something that comes. So you just work this business in the pockets of your time. Oh, there's a chat.
Yeah, Erica muted herself because her kids are screaming.
Oh my God, my kids are screaming. That's why I put mine to bed. I have 2 girls, and Ava is 6 years old, and she literally, all she wants to listen to is Phantom of the Opera. And have you ever heard a kid that's 6 years old sing opera? Yeah.
Oh no.
Not good.
That was your mother.
Stop. I'm not a screamer.
I don't know if that's saying anything because all Jamie will do is twerk. We went to the Prince and Princess dance last weekend, and she's on the dance floor. She's like,
oh, we should shut off recording.
okay. I'll give him a show.
Oh, see, they should come to our meetings because they're fun. Oh my God. Okay. So does anybody have any other questions before we let you girls go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go before it gets any more wild in here.
We're all done.
Awesome. Well, thank you ladies for coming. And we just remember, those who show up, go up. So the more you know, the more you grow. Okay. So we will see you next month, same time, same place. Okay.
Bye.
Bye guys.
Bye.